guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those of you that are new here, please do subscribe. And to the 54 subscribers, thank you. Like, guys, I wake up every day. I don't know if other people do this. I wake up every day and I check my stats. I'm like, how far are we? And each day there's growth, and for me, that is the most amazing thing. So thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned. I will be releasing a video every Saturday. There could be more in between, but every Saturday I will release a video. So thank you so much for staying tuned. So as you can see, today I'll be sharing how I found out I was pregnant in university. Okay. How that almost killed me. Just finding out itself, how that almost killed me. And yeah, where I am now with that. So today I will not be drinking a bev. I made myself this cuppa. I made myself cappuccino. Yeah, I'll be having that today because I feel like as I speak, it just makes sense to sip on something. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, firstly, for those of you that don't know, I have a 3-year-old daughter who is literally my everything. Okay, Usihle is sure. Girl literally came into my life and changed it for the better. At the time when I found out I was pregnant, I never envisioned being so happy, with this girl. And she has made me the happiest person I am, the most ambitious person. Like, most of the things I do because I'm like, if I don't do this, then yeah, okay, so, and everything that I do with me waking up every morning, going to work and doing this and that, she is my number one motivation. Like, and I swear, I don't see how, I don't, not that I wasn't ambitious then, but I swear I wouldn't have been doing the things I do now if Sihle was not in the picture. You get sharp. So I was in university. I was doing honors at the time, doing my honors. And also I was in the SRC. So and not just in the SRC, I was in the top 5. I was an executive member of the SRC, which is Student Representative Council at the University of Limpopo. So I feel like I had a rep, guys. I had a reputation, I had a reputation to maintain. You are literally government, so you need to act a certain way. You need to make sure you don't find yourself wanting, man. So I made sure I had a clean rep. I made sure Uti, and growing up also, I grew up a girl that, okay, maybe I did have a few moments here and there. I mean, my mom can say that, but I think my mom can proudly stand and say, Akamutwenya, I never gave her problems as a kid. I finished my matric on record time. I went to school. I was respectful, always on time at home. So all those, I was that girl. Clean record, So I was just that person you never expect will be pregnant or fall pregnant. I think a lot of people expected that I'll go to a varsity, graduate, get a job, get married, then have kids. Okay, guys, life happens, and yeah, we move. So I was an SRC member, as I said, and so I felt pregnant. Okay, I found out I was pregnant in 2018. So as you know, during a registration period, it gets very hectic, guys, especially for us SRC members, because there's freshmen who don't know what they do, where they should go. It's your responsibility. You are there to make sure they know where to go. There's returning students who have financial problems, they are blocked here and there, they cannot register. You are there. You have to make sure, as a student representative council, you represent the students to, at the end of the day, get cleared of their debt so that they can register. And I'm speaking of over 20 something thousand students that come here, and because it's a disadvantaged university, almost more than half of them have these problems, you know. And then number 3, I was the treasurer general. So in the SRC, we all have different getting duties and responsibilities. So it was the duty of my office to deal with financial problems. So you can imagine how hectic that was for me. This is Jen, right? So it's hectic. And if there's one thing about me, my periods are always on time. I have a very regular cycle. I sell uni steaming heads, so obviously I steam myself. So I steam, and my periods are very regular. I know if forfeit a certain date and they are not there, please, something's wrong. Okay. So at a time, obviously my cycle changed after I had my baby, like the dates changed. But at the time, my periods used to come at like the first week, during the first week of the month. So okay, it's the first month. Okay, it's the first week. There's nothing, guys. Like, there's nothing. And I'm caught up in this hecticness and busyness of my duties as an SRC member. I have to register myself. It's just hectic. It's pity, guys. Like, who busy? Who busy? There's no time to be worrying about periods at the time, you know. So I'm like, now they'll come. So my friends at the time are also, I'm fortunate that they are also part of, if one was an SRC member, the others were just part of the political party that had deployed us. So all my friends were in the space that I was in. So each day after we knock off from our duties, would meet at one person's room to maybe eat dinner before we separate. So each day I'm busy complaining to this girl, so hey guys, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing. There is nothing. So Shapo, okay, I complain, right? And I start feeling something, man. In my head, I'm thinking it's period pains, but I don't get period pains anymore because I steam, right? But I'm thinking, give period pain because I want my periods. I'm expecting my periods. So I'm like, give period pain. So I go to, because it's so hectic, you wake up in the morning, you have to be there. You knock off my 8 every day. So I go to one of the cafeterias. They already know me. I was quite on the popular side in varsity, so I go to one of the cafeterias there and ask the lady, I'm like, you know what, just give me the petamen. I'll give you later because I didn't have my wallet at the time, I remember. So she's like, yeah, sharp. She gives me. Did I not wear pads every day until packet fail? And there's nothing, even with that movement that I was feeling. Maybe like I must sit. Guys, packet failed. I see the pack. It's here. It's done. There's nothing still. But because Mina, I'm like in J game, I'm like, there's just no way. This is not related. This is not pregnancy related. This is the stress of registration. Okay. But because I'm always complaining to these girls, one of my friends finds time during the hecticness, goes to get a pregnancy test, brings it. After we knock off, she's like, I brought you a pregnancy test. I take that thing right there. Like, I'm like, I want to prove this girl's wrong. Like, how can they even be saying or thinking that I'm pregnant? Sozy. I take the pregnancy test. Guys, I swear, that thing reacted so quickly. Like, I remember the plan was, okay, let me take the test, blah, 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 blah. We look at it, come show them, hey, immediately, you know, two lungs. Did I not die? Did I not die? guys. Hey, can never. Like, there is just no way. Okay. Okay, I know. I mean, I saw the aunt periods, but pregnancy was just not something I thought could be the reason. You know, like, Kanjan, these girls are there. They also shocked. They like, I'm like, okay, okay. So what now? So guys, in all that shock, ne, I'm thinking, so what now? First of all, I'm thinking of my mom. At the time, I'm thinking, okay, there's just no way, ne, I'm gonna survive this. Like, firstly, my mom is okay, not anymore. She's chill now. Then she was a bit strict, and I was like, as in, I feel I'm dead. Like I'm dead. Okay. I grew up as the only child, and I think when you grow up as the only child, people who grew up as the only children can attest to this, that it's like people expect so much from you. You know, people expect you to go to man, you must you are the pride of the family, you know. So I now have a little brother, but at the time he was still small and I'm the only girl, but still I felt I needed to live up to certain expectations, societal expectations, you know, that you're the only girl, man, you must be this, you must be that. So a lot of things were running into my head at the time, guys, and I thought, get not that floor, ne. At the time I'm staying on that floor at rest. I'm thinking, let me jump out this window. Okay, it's okay, jumping, it's a mine. Let me just go, because there's just no way. There is no way. My friends are there. I tried to go by the window. The window has the butlers, obviously. Get okay. I remember that I'm at third floor. Go fourth floor. There's a shower that doesn't have a window. The window got broken ages ago. At that time, I'm like, it's aligning. That window was waiting for me. Let me go there and jump. Okay, now, guys. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm coming. Because obviously they see I'm frantic. Ne? Get it? I'm coming, guys. I'm going to the bathroom. Get now. I run. I'm running to the window pane. Yeah, fourth floor. Somehow, my friends thought, yay! Of course, they followed me and they stopped me. And I came back and they spoke to me. All my friends at the time already had kids, right? So they were like, nah, it's not the end of the world. You can do it. I mean, each and everyone is now giving me advice. It's good. Oh, man, you look at me. Look at how I'm here. I'm studying. I have my daughter. Hey, Jani. Oh, and you love kids. You love shitting. They just, you know, convincing me to know, man. It's don't kill yourself, and don't even think of aborting the baby. Like you can make it. Like just relax for now, sleep through it. Let's get through, because I remember it was a Thursday, so they were like, let's get through tomorrow, go to work tomorrow in the morning, and then once we come back, assist students tomorrow, and then once we come back, let's now discuss things, right? So sharp. We agree, and I make it clear to them, Guti guys, please keep this to yourself, because at that point I'm thinking I might need to explore other options, you know. If I decide to terminate, then I can't handle you guys having told other people, and so please just keep it to yourselves. They like, yeah, at this point I'm a bit calm. It's okay. We disperse, everyone goes to their rooms. I'm now in my room alone. I'm crying, guys. I remember I cried that night. I was like, how? Like, what am I gonna do? I sleep, and then the next day, Okay, the next day, okay, a question came out with these girls. They were like, "So you're gonna tell baby daddy?" I'm like, "Guys, for now, let's just keep it to ourselves, okay?" Sharp. So I go to, okay, the next morning I go to obviously to assist students, and then um we are called to a meeting by this organization. I won't name it obviously for obvious reasons. And we are called, we were get we I think we got briefed every second day during registration. Like they give you instructions on how to try assist students, and in the end they assist you, you give feedback and meetings to say how did it go today. So we were called to one of those meetings, but it was a Friday that day. So I get called there. So baby daddy's part of the organization, so he's there. He's like, he gives me this weird ass look, like, Kiri, okay, whatever, Uhlanyolo, I know him, so I'm like, whatever. But he kept giving me looks, yeah. I'm like, dude, like, okay, I'll focus on what I'm doing. Also, he didn't come at the time we sort of like stayed together, so he didn't come that day, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like the next day, he is giving me these looks. I haven't seen him the previous night, and I'm like, I don't think much to it, ne? So after the meeting, I obviously go to my room, and I think like 4 hours later or something like that. Must have taken him 4 hours to get that drunk. He comes to my room drunk. He's like, Coco, he finds me with these girls, my friends. He's like, Coco, sharp. He's like, I need to talk to you. Like, about what? He's like, come outside. I go outside, guys. I feel like there's something walking on me. Like, what? He's like, come outside. I'm like, okay. I go outside. He's like, so when were you planning to tell me? Like, tell you what? But no, guys, I have so much stress. I cannot be. Gonna tell you what? He's like, that you're pregnant with my child, and how can you know my child and then uskambota? Like, what's your plan? Why you sambota if you wanna abort my baby? Is that why you keeping it away from me? And he starts making threats like, let me tell you, if you dare about my baby, or more about that, I will make sure I embarrass you. Like, guys, like I said in the beginning, I have a rep to maintain, okay? Like, I will embarrass you. Everywhere I see you, I'll make sure that people know that when you aborted my baby. And I'm like, confused. Firstly, how does he know? Secondly, how did my options get tempered with like that? Like, you know, Kerry. And then, what are you on about? I'm trying to deny. Kerry, what are you on about? Pregnant me? No, I'm not pregnant. He's like, I know for a fact you're pregnant, and you even tried to jump off a fourth floor window. You even tried to jump off, and your friends had to run after you. I'm like, eh? He's now keeping files, guys, files that only people I was with in that room when I found out knew about. So I'm like, hey, obviously there's a mole here. When I listen to Chimo, and I made it clear to these girls, don't tell anyone, okay? Don't tell anyone. He's like, yeah, I know you're pregnant, and at some point he can see Utish. Like, I inside be like, he calmed down a bit. Remember, he's drunk, guys. I inside la black, like, you know, he went and blacked for me and came for me. So at this point he's relaxing a bit. He's like, okay, never mind what I said, but please, like, let's be reasonable. Hey, like, don't abort the baby. Like, if you're thinking about that, like, please keep the baby. This is my first child. I am, like, I know it's scary for you. Hey, we can do it. So I'm like, okay. Hey, guys. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Look, I need to go back in. But first, who told you? Who told you? He's like, nah, I can't say. I can't say hey Janjani. I just know. Like I know. I'm this like that. You can't do anything behind my back, hey Jan. I'm like, oh okay. Sharp, cool. Please don't mind them. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, it's fine. So I then go back inside. I'm obviously fuming. I'm like, Helena, who told him? Kimang thing. Who did, like, I'm fuming, guys. And obviously they deny. Ah, Mina, no way, there's no way. Hey, Jan. I'm like, okay, I'll find out. I will find out who told him, because it's clearly one of you, you know. And then Shapo, I go through the night, and then the next day it's a Saturday. Me. First thing, Saturday morning, I go to the doctor. I'm like, Pella, maybe it was a false positive, you know. So I go to the doctor. I have a medical aid, but I'm like, I cannot use the medical aid because what if my mom sees, right? So I'm like, I'll pay cash. I go to the doctor. I'm like, okay, I tested and it was positive, so I just need to confirm. In my head, I'm like, yes, I'm coming out of here celebrating. There's no way. She confirms, even does a sauna. She tells me how far long I could be, because Mrs. predictions tell me, oh, it could be this long, and I'm like, hey, okay. So, guys, yeah, it was still very early. My pregnancy, when I went to the doctor, it was still very early. So I picked it up. I think, and as she said, it's clearly less than 6 weeks. Okay, clearly less than 6 weeks. So your options are very broad. You can terminate safely at this point. It's even cheaper. She gives me the options. She even tells me, it's okay, our facility here is quite small, so we can fetch you. Hey, we can fetch you. You know, you come in to our facility where we do the actual operation, and then I can even drive you. Thing is with me, guys, I have that, you know, I came to men. So we clicked with the doctor, and she was like, I'll drop you off, don't worry, man. Plus you say go campusing afterwards, I can drop you off. So now she's giving me the idea that it's that painful, like she will need to drop me off. Okay. So, is it painful? She's like, nah, it's not bad. She even says she's done it herself. She's like, I've done it myself. It's not bad. It'll not affect your ability to have kids. I have kids now. Like, it's, you know, she's like, it's 1.5. I think she said 1.5, 1.8, somewhere around there. So at this point, I'm really considering it. I'm like, okay, I'll come back to tell you what I've decided upon. Okay. So I go back to my room. So in the group of my friends, there's one that at the time I was telling her everything. So I'm like, you know what, I went and they told me I can actually do this, it's this much. And she's like, no, if that's what you want to do, I'll gladly support you. Actually, no, I went with her to the doctor. Yeah, I went with her. So I told her the options, and she was like, yeah, if this is what you want to do, I'll support you. I'll even give you the money. Like, I'll give you the money. I'll help you with the money to go. It's not an issue. Don't worry about it if it's what you want to do. Okay. So we planned Uti will tell the rest of the girls that when we got to the doctor, we were told Uti that test was a false positive. So we told those girls, now guys, it was a false positive, I'm not pregnant. So yeah, now it's me actually planning to go back to the doctor to terminate. I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't. I remember I went back there and I felt so bad that I actually even considered it. But yeah, I went back and just couldn't do it. Like I think I had nightmares even before I could do it. So in my head I was like, how am I gonna be able to deal with these after? There's no way. And also I was like, I learned to live with this. And then yeah, that was it. Um that's how I found out I was pregnant, guys. And I it was 2018 Jan, right? That's when my SRC career, if I can call it that, was beginning. Guys, I remember we were buying uniforms. I couldn't wear my SRC uniform. Couldn't wear like a lot of things got affected by me being pregnant. Like, but it was the most beautiful thing ever. Like, I think this part will need a story time on its own. I suffered, guys. I suffered. Okay, I went through a lot. But between me and my baby, between me and that bump, shame. I was having the time of my life. Like those kicks, I still remember them like yesterday. Um, I can do it all over again. Just maybe with a different person, just maybe with um, different circumstances. But between me and my baby, I enjoyed my pregnancy, man. And yeah, I soldiered on. I pushed through my honors. I pushed through my academic life. I pushed through being an SRC member, which was so demanding, and then being pregnant. But I did it. I now have a beautiful baby girl. Like I said, she's 3 this year, and I am glad I did not go through with you know what. And yeah, man, it was amazing. I think I'll share a story time on my birth story. Yeah, I'll share story time on my birth story after this one. And yeah, oh, how I told my mom I was pregnant. Guys, I remember I went, okay, I used to come home, I think every third week. No, I used to come home every third week because I studied in Limpopo and home is Gauteng. So I went, okay, I told myself, I waited until around March, guys. That's how scared I was of telling my mom. So I remember I was like, nah, let me go home. Let me not say this over the phone. So I traveled home for this. I got home. I remember the opportunities, like we'd sit down, maybe have dinner, and at like, this is the time. And still not say it. Until it was Sunday and I had to go back to school. Went back to school. Dololo. And now it's time is ticking, like so I was like, nah, let me call this woman. Took my phone, called my mom, I was like, hi, I have something to tell you. She's like, okay. Kari, it's serious. She's like, come out with it. I started crying and I hanged up. And she called back. I just said it. I don't know how. Kanore, Mama, I'm pregnant. I remember vividly. She was like, no sipho. She said, no sipho. And then from there on, she was like, you need to come home so we sit down and talk about this properly, like face to face. But don't worry about anything. I'll support you. It's a shock, but yeah, don't worry. You're not alone in this. She assured me. She reassured me with she's there for me. And so from there on, my mom's support was amazing because at the time I had already started going to the prenatal Scala, right, in Limpopo. So because I wasn't using the medical aid because I was scared my mom would catch up on it. So I was like, Ireke clinic, and there was draining on its own, guys. You know how it is. That clinic was, I'd go there early in the AMs, come back late. So the treatment also was horrible. It was horrible. There were a few nurses that I clicked with, but yeah, I didn't enjoy that. So she was like, nah, then you will need to start coming this side to the gynecologist that she used when she had my little brother. Because my little brother at the time was like 2. The age gap between my little brother and my daughter is 2. So she was like, he's good, I know him, I trust him, so you can use him. So every time I had Hotlamuscaling, I'd travel back home, go there, then travel back to school. And that was so smooth. Her support was everything. She hosted a baby shower for me. I had 2. I had one on campus, and I had one at home, hosted by my mom. Yeah, my daughter still lacks nothing, guys. All thanks to my mom. So yeah, her support was amazing. And then also I forgot to mention who told baby daddy I was pregnant. So one of my friends told baby daddy I was pregnant. So at a time when I'm crying, being frantic, girl texts this guy, tells him Uti she's pregnant. Ebile, she wants to jump off of her and Janjani, but don't come because she will see. Baby daddy later told me who it was. Guys, yes, I was dealing with so much at a time. I was like, I don't have the energy to be going around saying, yeah, when I know it's you, I just let it go. To this day, we're still friends. She does not know I told baby daddy. And I got so mad at a point because I felt she denied me the opportunity to break down the news myself, see how he reacts to that, make decisions based on that, and but yeah, it's all under the bridge, I guess. Yeah, I think also this was a lesson to me, Guti. Mind your own business, like especially if someone tells you, Guti, please respect my wishes, don't do it, don't, period, like don't, so yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant, guys. That's how I told my mom I was pregnant. I really hope you enjoyed this story time. And yeah, I think I'll do a birth story. On how that went, because I had a natural birth. I delivered my baby naturally, and yeah, I think I'll share a story time on that, because that one was yeah. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, engage, guys. Let's engage. And also those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Till the next video.